What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode. Nope, you don't have to adjust your eyes. I went back to Japanese motorcycles, and this is my brand new 2025 Kawasaki ZX6R. Man, if you've been following the channel, then you already know that this was a bike that I absolutely loved. It was a couple of years ago when a buddy of mine lent it to me, and I put about 500 miles in a single week, and I put it through the test, and I absolutely fell in love with it. What's up, guys? And I said to myself, you know what, one day I'm going to buy this bike because it's absolutely beautiful. I just love that it revs all the way to 16,000 RPMs. And you know what, these motorcycles never break down. And speaking of breaking down, I want to talk to you guys about that first, and then we're going to talk about what the plans are for this bike, what I plan to do with it. I missed you guys. As an FYI, I really love putting out content, and then being able to interact with you guys on the channel is a really good time. But I'm back, baby. So, as you already know, this motorcycle is bone stock. It's brand new, 0 miles when I bought it. Now it's got 33 miles. What's up, buddy? And it's in the breaking in stages. And I've been reading a lot about the break-in stage. And a lot of people say, who gives a shit? Just drive it like you stole it. Other people say, no, you gotta baby it, man, under 4,000 RPM. How is that even attainable under 4,000 RPM? I was on the highway doing 70 miles an hour, and I was doing 7,000, 8,000 RPM. So do they expect you not to even go on the highway? Whatever. I'm just gonna ride it like I normally ride it. I won't do anything crazy like 15,000 RPM red lines or anything like that, so I should be fine. I'm not too worried. Not my first rodeo, guys. So anyway, the reason why I sold my RC4 is because I was just sick and tired of it breaking down on me. I really didn't talk about this much. I didn't even make a video about it, but I guess you can consider this the official coming out with what the heck happened to my RC4 and why I haven't produced videos in such a long time. Boy, that was a mouthful. But yeah, it started leaking oil on me on several places. As soon as I turned on the motorcycle, it would smoke. Long story short, the dealership told me that because I had a tune and a pipe installed, that now it's considered a race bike, but that was complete BS. And so I had to go through Aprilia directly because my dealership wasn't really cooperating with me. And then finally getting AF1 involved because they're the biggest Aprilia dealership in the nation. I actually got in touch with the owner because we were working on a previous deal, some kind of a collaboration in the past. So I just casually emailed him and I was like, my dealer is telling me that the motorcycle can't be warranted now because now it's a race bike because I have a tune and a pipe and it's leaking oil. He told me a pipe and a tune has nothing to do with a motorcycle now being a race bike. A race bike is when you actually have race fairings, and most of the miles come from an actual track. And so there's really nothing to lie because the RC4s have two computers, number one for the road, number two for the track. They can easily plug it in and see how many miles it's had at the track and how many miles it's had on the road. There's complete transparency with the bike, so I don't even know why the dealer gave me so much grief in the beginning. And so I sent that email directly to Aprilia, and then they were like, all right, we're going to instruct the dealership to fix the bike for you. On one of my videos, one of the guys commented that, yeah, the same exact thing happened to me at your dealership, which is GP Motorcycles, and they denied me warranty as well. And then he said that once the leak was fixed, the leak came back over and over again. He had to fix it. And I thought to myself, hell no, I'm not dealing with that crap. I decided to sell the bike at that point. But anyway, I was actually very relieved when the bike sold, because I was just feeling so down. And you know, I absolutely love the RC4, man. You know, one of the reasons why most people buy that bike is because of the sound. It just sounds so damn incredible. So I miss having that sound. As far as power is concerned, all liter bikes are powerful. Who cares about that stuff, right? It's not about that. The RC4 is mostly about the sound, so I miss it. I miss it a lot. I just can't see myself with another one of those bikes in the near future, unless I move to Texas and AF1 is my dealership, and then we can start talking once again. Who knows? I mean, it's a possibility one day I might move there. Not because of the Aprilia, but I always want to move to Texas. It's a great state and a lot cheaper than San Diego. But anyway, I'm so happy that I got my ZX6R because, like I said in the beginning, if you've been following along, the ZX6R is one of my favorite bikes. And as far as legendary bikes are concerned, you're looking at it, folks. two legendary bikes that everybody absolutely loves, the Yamaha R6 and the Kawasaki ZX6R. And now I've had both, so I consider myself very fortunate and very lucky to be in this position to have a brand new 2025 Kawasaki ZX6R. And I think the fun just started, my friends. As far as the sound, it sounds good, but it's really quiet. I'm not used to quiet, guys. My RSV4 was level not 10, but like level 15 loud. That was a very, very loud motorcycle. I love a loud motorcycle. I don't care what people think. It's just what I prefer. And so I got lots of plans with this bike. After we park here and enjoy some of the scenery, we're going to talk about that stuff next. But man, check out this view on this beautiful, beautiful day. Alright, so now that you guys have a pretty good idea of why I sold my RSV4, now I'm going to tell you why I went back to Japanese motorcycles. And I think you already know. It's because they don't break down. Not only that, the major reason why I bought the Kawasaki ZX6R is because I absolutely fell in love with it when my friend lent it to me. After what I went through with my RSV4, I think I'm going to stay away from European bikes for quite a while, because I've been there and done that with European motorcycles, and now I also felt what it felt like to have a leader bike. You know, like the 1000cc bikes, they're really cool as fuck. Like, they're really, really cool bikes. They're freaking fast, holy shit. Like, just being honest and putting it out there, but this stock 600, 636 if you want to be exact, kind of feels like a 400 after going from Aprilia to this. But that's also because I'm not really pushing it. I'm staying within 7,000, 8,000 RPMs as my maximum, just, you know, for the braking period. But I'm sure it'll feel faster as it's broken in and the oil's changed and then I really wring its neck out. That being said, this motorcycle is no slouch. I think there's going to be a whole lot of modifications coming for this bike. Right now in my closet I have a tail tidy from New Raid Cycles. They were nice enough to send it to me. And on the way we got two exhaust pipes already, and both of them are from Leo Vence. We got a very, very loud one, and we got kind of like a quiet one, similar to what I did with the RSV4 when I first got it. I don't know if you guys remember, but we're gonna go do exactly the same thing. So it's gonna be a lot of fun playing around with this bike. And I'm also thinking about tuning it. Not exactly sure if I want to put a full exhaust on this bike as of yet, but that's one of the considerations, because if I put a full exhaust on this bike, I've seen the dyno tunes of what this thing can produce with a tune, and I think it's somewhere north of like 120, 130 horsepower. If it's 130 horsepower, we're talking like over 150, 160 to the crank. That's a lot of power for a ZX6R. And on top of that, I'm also considering doing the same thing I did with the RSV4, pretty much all my bikes for that matter. If you guys remember, when I bought the R6, it was 430 pounds wet, but when I was done with it, it was 398. So we lost about a good 32 pounds. And I'm planning to do the exact same thing with this motorcycle. So, number one plan, enjoy it as is, right? I mean, it's only got 38 miles, got to break it in, right? After it's broken in, put the exhaust on, or maybe just put it on right away, because I don't think it really makes a difference. And then after that, slap on a tune, take off that tail tidy, work on weight reduction, swap different exhausts out, have a lot of fun with this bike, go into the canyons. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. I bought a track bike, so therefore it's going to go on the track. Hell yeah, I'm going to track this bike. How could I not put track days on this list? So yeah, definitely track days, guys. I'm really looking forward to it. Lane splitting with this bike is a little difficult because the mirrors are really wide. So I'm gonna have to get used to that, because the mirrors in my RSV4, they were really close to the front, so it was really easy to like slip in between cars, even in tight places. But with this one, I can't do that. As much as I absolutely love this bike, there are a couple things that I probably can't change even though I want to. Number one, it's that quick shifter. It has a quick up, but it doesn't have a quick down, and I've done a ton of research. And all of my research has led me to the fact that this motorcycle is I think ride by wire or whatever it is, and as a result of that, you really can't program it so this way it can have a quick down. So I don't think this motorcycle will ever have a quick down, but quick up it does have. And as far as these mirrors are concerned, like I mentioned before, they're very, very wide, and they don't vibrate at all. They're very, very easy to see out of. But when it comes to lane splitting, I'm so used to going through tight spaces that I wish the mirrors were a little bit more narrow. But let's see, maybe I can put the same Rizoma mirrors on this bike as I had on the RSV4. I wonder if they make Rizoma mirrors for this bike, because if they do, that's probably going to be one of the modifications I make to it, because as much as I'd like these mirrors, they're super functional. They can be folded in for track days, etc. But check this out, guys. We're back to rev matching. It's a good thing that I know how to rev match, because now with this bike I don't think it will ever have quick down, unless one of you guys is a lot more intelligent than I am and knows how to accomplish that. So if you have a ZX6R and are aware that you can put a quick down on this bike, leave a comment down below. But I've done my research and I haven't found anything. Maybe you have. Now you're probably wondering, this guy had an RSV4 that was a lot of horsepower. Let's just say upwards of 220, 30 horsepower with the tune I had in the pipe and whatever. Anyway, yeah, lots and lots of power. But guys, to be honest with you, and I said this multiple times before, power isn't everything. I've had so many different motorcycles, and the RSV4 was the first crazy motorcycle I've ever owned. But I think a motorcycle like a ZX6R with a 636cc displacement, and I think it's somewhere north of 120 horsepower in stock form, you can use all the RPMs and all the power on the street. Now, I'm not exactly saying to go 150 miles an hour on the street, but you can surely take first gear and rev it out all the way to 16,000 RPM, and you're doing about 50-60 miles an hour. But on an RSV4, if you do that, first gear would land you all the way up to 90 miles an hour. And yeah, that's kind of sketch on busy streets where the speed limit is anywhere between 25 miles an hour and 45 miles an hour. So in that aspect, I think the ZX6R is a lot more usable and a lot more road friendly. And let's not forget, this motorcycle is going to be a lot more comfortable than an RSV4 as well. But considering the fact that all I've been riding are motorcycles that transform my body into a pretzel, I'm pretty much used to it. So to me, it's really not that big of a deal. But in case you're kind of on the fence on what to buy, I've talked about this extensively in a lot of my different videos, and I've compared the ZX6R to the R6, to the 959. Oh god, so many different bikes, and I've said this in the past many times, but this motorcycle was meant more for the street and secondary for the track. Right? So with that being said, this is a much better motorcycle for the road. Handlebars are higher up. It's not very aggressive. I mean, it will turn you into a pretzel because your feet are way up, your arms are bent, your back is hunched over. It's a sport bike, right? With an R6, with the Ducati 959 or something of that nature, yeah, you're gonna feel that way. But first, those are race bikes for the track and road bikes on the street, right? Except this is the complete opposite. My RC4 had a really tall windscreen, and when I was in this position, I didn't hear that much wind noise, but I wonder if there's a taller windscreen than this. I probably want to change this out as well, but I want to know what my options are. So if you guys have any suggestions for mods or taller windscreens or whatever for that matter, leave a comment down below. My first time bringing the ZX6R to this very spot, And anyway, quick announcement for you guys. I've been working for a very long time on a 120-page ebook called Motorcycle Mastery, and I'm going to follow up the ebook with an entire course called Motorcycle Mastery as well, and it's going to be not only for beginners but for intermediate and advanced riders. So even though I haven't been around for a while, I've been working really hard on other stuff and other projects. So happy I'm back with the Kawasaki ZX6R, and you guys got a lot of videos to look forward to. For now, like this video, and if you're brand new to the channel, please consider subscribing. See you guys later. Peace.